A shrill scream pierces the silence. It's a desperate sound, one of pure anguish, the kind of scream that makes your heart ache. Mirella Santos is kneeling on the marble floor of the living room, scrubbing the floor with a old rag. He stops instantly. The scream comes from above, and without thinking twice, he leaves everything and runs. He climbs the large staircase with 2 steps at a time, heart in throat. The door to the room is open. Mirella enters and sees a scene heartbreaking. A child of about 5 years old is on the floor banging his head against the wall. His hands are pressed together, loud on the ears, eyes closed, face red from so much crying. Her head again and again and again. Mirella feels a knot in her chest. She knows it. She's seen it before. She lowers herself, slowly, very slowly, without making any noise. Don't touch the child, just stay there, near him, and start singing. It's an old, sweet song that his grandmother used to sing. The same one she used to sing to his brother when he had fits like this. His voice is low, almost a whisper. He hasn't hurried, just sing. The child stops banging his head. He slowly removes his hands from his ears, but still doesn't open his mouth. His eyes, but he stops. Mirella continues singing. The child breathes deeply, his body slowly relaxes. It is then he hears a voice behind him. "What are you doing?" Guilherme Davila is standing in the doorway, his shirt half off, open, tie loosened, hair disheveled. He ran, obviously, he's out of breath, but what's most striking is the expression on his face. Pure shock, eyes wide open, mouth half open, like if he didn't believe what he was seeing. Never in the 5 years of his son's life had anyone managed to calm him down so much, in a hurry. Guilherme looks at Mirella, looks at her son, looks back at her, and then asks, "Who are you?" Mirella gets up, slowly wiping her hands on her uniform pants. "Mirella Santos, sir, I started today. I'm the new cleaning lady." Gilmy shakes her head. She's still processing it. "How did you get him to stop?" "I just sang, sir, just sang. My brother had similar seizures. I learned from him." Guilherme remains silent. He looks at his son, who is now sitting on the ground, calmer. "Thank you. Speak softly. You can continue your work?" "Yes, sir." Mirella walks past him and down the stairs, her legs shaking. "What is it, just happened?" Mirella returns to the living room and picks up the rag from the floor. She continues cleaning, but her hands are shaking. While he works, his mind doesn't stop. He's 26 years old and lives in the suburbs with his mother, Dawn Lourdes, who is ill. Cancer. The treatment is too expensive. She works. Cleaning houses since I was 18. I've been through so much that I've lost count. Rude boss, salary in delays, humiliations of all kinds. But she was always honest. She always worked hard. This work in the Villa of Davila pays 200 radolas more than the others. 100 radola a month is not much. It's barely enough to buy her mother's medicine and pay the bills. But it's the best she's got. She couldn't afford to lose this job for any reason. His thoughts turn to his brother Pedrinho. He died 5 years ago when he was 12. Pneumonia worsened rapidly. But that wasn't all. Pedrinho had autism, mild and sensory problems, screaming, seizures, hands over ears, exactly like that boy upstairs. Mirella took care of him from age 11 to 16. He learned everything on the job. How to calm, what to avoid, when to give space. No doctor explained it better, of cohabitation itself. She still cries when she remembers it, but it was Pedrinho who prepared her for this moment, for she knew what to do when she saw that child in crisis. Footsteps on the stairs, Gilmy comes down. Mirella quickly gets up, nervous. He's tall, about 35 years old. Expensive clothes, the air of someone in charge, but the face is tired, deep, dark circles, heavy expression. "Sit there, please. Point to the sofa." Mirella sits on the edge, her hands sweaty. "Your brother, you said, was having seizures. Similar." "Yes, sir, he was autistic. He died 5 years ago." "I'm sorry." "Thank you, sir." Silence. Guilherme passes a hand over his face. "My son's name is T, 5 years old. Severe autism, nonverbal." Mirella listens silently. "I work with technology, health apps, telemedicine, that kind of thing. I'm out all day. But you have a specialized nanny. Sonia is very good at therapy 3 times a week. Private doctor, all the better. Look at Mirella, but nothing has ever worked like what you did in 3 minutes." Mirella doesn't know what to say. "If he'll have another seizure, can you help again?" "Sure, sir." "Thank you." Mirella exits. "Stay there." The heart is still accelerated. When she looks toward the door, she sees the child. You stand there looking at her. He doesn't say anything, he observes her, and enough. Mirella smiles softly. Hello. He keeps looking. He doesn't smile. He doesn't approach, but he doesn't run away either. And for the first time in a long time, Mirella feels like she's in the right place. In the following days, Mirella takes the rhythm of the house, cleaning, tidying up, washing the dishes, the usual work. But now there's something different. He sings while he works. It's not intentional, it's automatic. She always sang while cleaning. Songs her grandmother taught her, nursery rhymes, ancient soothing melodies. He notices. The second day, he appears in the living room while she's mopping. He just stands there watching. Mirella continues to sing softly, pretending not to see him. He approaches. Slowly, with small steps, he sits on the ground about 2 meters away from her. Mirella does not. She stops singing, doesn't look at him directly, just lets him stay there. She listens to every note and slowly begins to swing her body, slowly following the rhythm. On the third day, she is organizing the books on the bookshelf by color, blue with blue, red with red. Terry appears. This time, he gets closer more. He sees what he's doing and is fascinated by it. His eyes shine. Mirella takes a green book and gives it to him. Show. Green. She doesn't repeat herself, but she looks at the color carefully. She takes it, another mystery. He takes a book from the pile and puts it in the right place. Mystery with mystery. Mirella smiles. So you, perfect. They stay there for half an hour, tidying up together. He doesn't speak, he looks into the eyes, but he's there, participating in the activity. Guilherme sees everything. He should be working. He has a meeting in 15 minutes, but he can't look away. Nanny Sonia appears at his side. She's about 50 years old, her hair tied back, her expression serious but kind. She's different, right, Sonia? He murmurs softly, completely. In the 2 years I've been working here, I've never seen him so calm. Guilherme remains silent. The child has never responded this way to other people. Sonia speaks cautiously, choosing her words. She has a special way, and she really does. Mirella doesn't treat you like a medical case. She's not to speak slowly all the time, using tone, those things we learn in classes. He treats him like a child, just this. Guilherme thinks about his ex-wife. Vittoria has never treated her son like this. She never wanted to try, but that's the past. A past she prefers not to dwell on. A week passes. Mirella now. He knows your house schedule, your routine, what you like and what to avoid. And at the end of a Friday, it happens. You approach Mirella while she is folding clothes. You stop next to her and without warning takes her hand. He doesn't look her in the eyes, but holds it tightly. Mirella stops bending. She looks at her little hand in his. His heart sinks. Guilherme sees the scene from the study door. Something changes inside him, a knot in his chest he hadn't felt in years. Admiration and maybe something more. At the end of the day, he waits for Mirella at door. Do you have a gift? Mirella shakes her head. It's not a gift, sir, it's just love, just this. She takes her bag and leaves. Guilherme just stands there thinking, to that. Love, so simple, so obvious, and he'd never understood it. That night, for the first time in years, Guilherme feels something besides guilt. He feels hope, and he also feels that that simple woman is changing his life in a way he didn't expect. It's been almost a month since Mirella started working at the villa. It's become part of the routine. He arrives early, cleans, takes care of you in between breaks, and leaves in the late afternoon. T is visibly better, fewer seizures. He eats better, sleeps better. The therapist also has commented on the progress. It's a Friday evening when Guilherme's mother appears for dinner. Dona Eulalia Davila is 62 years old, elegant, hair tied in a perfect bun, expensive clothes, but her. Your face is cold and hard. He enters the living room and sees Mirella playing with you on the carpet. The two are building a tower with colorful blocks. He frowns. Who is this girl? Guilherme, yes, get up. It's Mirella, the new cleaner. Cleaner? And why is he playing with you? This is a therapist's job. Mirella feels everything. The blood rushes to her face, but she lowers her head and keeps playing. Mom, she helps him. You like being with her, don't you? I don't care. How absurd. Since when does a cleaning lady take care of a special child? Mirella bites herself. His lip. He doesn't say anything. He slowly gets up and leaves the room. Dinner is even worse. Eulalia barely looks at him. Mirella. When she needs something, she calls her with that tone that makes it clear who's in charge. Can you bring more water and see if you warm it up well this time? Yes, ma'am, Morella answers softly. These girls nowadays think they can be friends with their masters. They forget their place. And Eulalia speaks loudly voice as if Morella wasn't 2 meters away. Guilherme is uncomfortable, turns around the food without saying anything. He knows he should say something about Morella, but he can't. He's never been able to face her mother. He's always been like this, too cowardly to contradict her. Morella returns to the kitchen with her hands in her hands. They're shaking. He leans against the sink, takes a deep breath. He won't cry. He can't cry, but the tears come anyway. It's then he feels a small hand squeeze his. He's there. He entered the kitchen alone, which he never does. And there's something in her eyes. Concern, perhaps. She doesn't understand exactly what's happening, but she knows Morella is sad. He opens his hand and shows a folded sheet of paper. It's a drawing he made earlier, a red heart, simple, crooked, but made with care. Morella collapses, takes the paper, clutches it to her chest, and cries. She remains there, not understanding much, but present. Guilherme appears at the kitchen door, sees the scene. His son, who never shows affection, who tries to console someone. The shame he feels is so great that it hurts. He should have defended her, he should have. He wanted to silence his mother, but he was a coward. Morella wipes away her tears and smiles at you. Thank you, love. I'll keep this drawing. Forever. Look at Guilherme. Her eyes apologize without saying anything, but Morella doesn't answer. She just goes back to work. That night, after everyone leaves, Guilherme remains alone in the living room. He turns on the TV. News. Entrepreneur Guilherme de Avila closes his doors. Guilherme has secured a $50 million deal with international investors to expand its health app. He doesn't even get excited. $50 million? And he can't even make his son happy. He turns off the TV and goes to sleep. But he can't stop thinking about the heart drawing he made for you and the humble woman he is teaching Hisson something that no one else has been able to teach. True love. 2 days later, on a Monday morning, Vitória de Vila sits on the old couch in her rented apartment. The place is small, with 2 rooms and a narrow kitchen. Old furniture, nothing like the villa where he lived before. The coffee table is full of unpaid bills, electricity, water, rent, everything in the red. Vitória looks around and sighs. How did she get here? She's been divorced from her husband for 2 years, Guilherme. At the time, she thought everything would be fine. Her modeling career would take off. She would if he had earned a lot of money. He would have lived well. It didn't work out. He did some small campaigns, minor fashion shows, but nothing big. At 33, agencies want younger girls. Your career is over before it begins. She spent everything she had on cosmetic surgery, designer clothes, and parties. She thought it was an investment. It was a waste. Now he's broke. That's when he picks up the magazine on the table with Guilherme's photo on the cover. Smile, safe, impeccable suit. Entrepreneur closes $50 million deal. $50 million. Vitória reads the full article. Healthcare AP. International expansion. New office. It's swimming in money. Look again at the miserable apartment, the bills in arrears. Life has become a failure, and then he has an idea. Takes his cell phone and calls, Dr. Nadia, it's Vitória. Vitória de Vila, I have to schedule an urgent visit. Vitória, it's been a while. What do you need? I want guardianship of my son, silence on the other side. You abandoned him 2 years ago. It will be difficult. I haven't abandoned him. Vitória now speaks with a voice sweet, trained. I was sick, postpartum depression. I couldn't take care of myself. About him, you know how it is. But now I've had therapy, I'm better, and I want my baby back. Do you have medical reports? I get it, lawyer. How much does it cost? It will be expensive. Vitória looks at Guilherme's photo in the magazine. I'll pay, you can be sure of that. 3 days later on a Thursday. It's afternoon, the villa's doorbell rings. Morella is passing through the hall. He sees a woman on the intercom. Sonia went out with you. So, she replies. She opens the door. In front of her is a beautiful woman with long, straight hair, perfect makeup, expensive clothes. But there's something in your eyes. Frozen, who are you? The woman asks sharply. I work here, ma'am. Ah. The woman looks at Morella from top to bottom. The maid calls Guilherme. Morella feels a shiver. Yes, madam. She runs upstairs and knocks on the office door. Mr. Guilherme, there's a woman downstairs. What woman? I don't know, sir. She said to call her. Guilherme, she comes down and stops halfway up the stairs. She turns pale. Vittoria, hello, Guilherme. She comes in uninvited. Guilherme, he closes the door. His voice comes out hard. What do you want? I came to see you. Now, do you want to see it? You've always wanted to, Vittoria, do you know that? I don't know. I know that you disappeared for 2 years. Vittoria sighs. I was sick, depressed, I needed time to heal. You had 2 years to come back. And I'm back. I'm here. That's when he hears a noise upstairs. He looks and sees you for Morella's hand, the two of them in the corridor looking down. Vittoria's expression changes. It's not love, it's something else. Who's that with my son? Is it Mirella? Does she work here, or does she live here? She seems very comfortable taking care of him. Vittoria Reed. I imagine what maid wouldn't take care of the millionaire master's son. Gilmy tightens her fists. Go away, Vittoria, I'm going. Take the bag, but I came to let you know. I'll ask for joint custody. I have some right, I'm the mother. Don't even think about it. It's not up to you, dear. The one decides judge. He smiles, and the judge always favors the mother. Did you abandon him? I wasik. I'll prove it, and I'll also prove that you're negligent. You leave an unqualified maid to take care of a special child. Guilherme feels his blood run cold. My lawyer will contact you. Vittoria heads towards the door. See you in court. He exits. Gilmy stands there in shock. Mirella, he's coming down slowly with you. The child is scared. He doesn't remember his mother well, but he sensed the bad energy. Who was it, sir? Guillermo takes a deep breath. My ex-wife, your mother. She's wide-eyed and hasn't come to visit. Guilherme looks out the window. It's came to declare war. In the following weeks, Victoria acts quickly. Her lawyer presents request for temporary visitation. He claims that it is the right of the biological mother, who has been treated, who is suitable. Guilherme hires the best family lawyer he knows. Dr. Armando Freitas, a 60-year-old expert. He's already won hundreds of cases. Will challenge everything, but the judge can authorize supervised visitation while the trial is going on. I don't want her near him, I know, but the law, he favors the mother, especially if she proves she was ill. Guilherme bangs the table. Meanwhile, Vittoria, he starts attacking from all sides. He calls every night. I heard there's a cleaning lady there who takes care of you. It's negligence, did you know that? He doesn't live there, but he spends a lot of time there, right? Interesting. Guilherme hangs up irritably. She spreads rumors, sends messages. Do you trust her? A stranger. What if she wanted to? Just your money? And slowly the doubt begins to grow. It's not that Guilherme believes it, but the doubt is like a weed. It comes in small and grows. 2 weeks later it comes home early, sees Mirella in the kitchen giving you a snack. The two of them are laughing. Well, you're not laughing exactly, but it makes a similar sound. It's happy? Guilherme watches from the door. She is so thoughtful, so affectionate, but the Vittoria's voice echoes. And if she only wanted your money, her mother's voice too. These poor girls have always ulterior motives. He shakes his head. No, Mirella, it's not like that. But the doubt is there. Mirella, can I talk to you? He cleans his hands. Of course, sir. They go into the living room. Guilherme remains standing. Discomfort. Why are you doing this? Mirella is confused. What should you do? Taking care of yourself isn't your job. The sentence hurts, like a slap. Why does she need it? I pay you to clean. Tears well up in her eyes. Sorry, that won't happen. More. Horrible silence. Guilherme is already sorry, but he can't go back. Just be careful. People can misinterpret. Mirella lowers her head. I understand, sir. Go back to work, but she's in pieces. At night, alone in the bathroom at home, she cries. She thinks of quit. But think about your sick mother, the bills, the medicines, and think about you. The way he holds her hand, the almost smile he makes when she sings. She can't abandon him, she decides to stay, but she will keep her distance. She will only be the cleaner. In the following days, Mirella tries cleaning in silence. She doesn't sing. When she approaches you, she smiles, but she doesn't play anymore, like before. He doesn't understand you. He gets agitated. He searches for you. He starts having small crises again. It's difficult. Every time she gets close to you, her heart sinks, but he tries to keep his distance. Guilherme sees everything and hates himself. He did it. Everything is bad. He hurt the two people who matter most to him, but his pride won't allow him to apologize. Not yet. He'll fix this somehow, but he doesn't know how. It's a Friday afternoon, 3 weeks after that conversation, when the bell rings. Mirella answers. It's a bailiff's notification for Mr. Gilme Davila. He takes the envelope and brings it. Gilme opens it with trembling hands, reads it, and turns pale. Vittoria has obtained a precautionary measure for the visit. You will spend next weekend with your mother. Mirella sees his expression. From afar, he feels his heart sink. T appears in the living room, still unaware nothing, but he feels that something is wrong. Gilme looks at his son. How to tell him that he will have to spend 2 days with a woman she barely knows? Mirella sees the scene and wants to cry, but she can't do anything. Guilherme looks at her, new notification, then the son, then Mirella. Next weekend, you will go with Vittoria, and there is nothing that no one can do anything to prevent it. A week after the notification, on Friday afternoon, Vittoria's car stops in front of the villa. It's a rental car, a luxury one, just to keep up appearances. It's breaking the piggy bank for this, but he has no choice. Guilherme is preparing the tea bag. Sonia had carefully separated everything before, but he takes the clothes and throws them haphazardly into his backpack. He's too nervous to be patient. Mirella watches from in the distance, his heart tightens. He knows he should keep his distance, but he can't. He slowly approaches. Mr. Guilherme, can I help you? He looks at her. He knows he's created a barrier between them, but he looks at the badly placed backpack and decides. Please, Mirella, take the backpack and redo everything carefully. Soft clothes that don't irritate his skin, games he likes, a detailed list he writes by hand. This can help. He hands over the list, everything he likes. What should I avoid at certain times? Thanks. Vittoria enters without asking permission. She looks superior. Are you ready, or will it take us all day? Guilherme, he comes down with you in his arms. The child is glued to him, sensing that something is very wrong. You'll get over it. The weekend with your mom. You're fine. Look at Vittoria. She doesn't remember it well. She steps back, hiding her face in the father's neck. Come, love, Mommy missed you. Vittoria opens her arms, a determined smile. He shakes his head. He doesn't want you, son. Come. Guilherme tries his voice again. What a mess. The child looks at Mirella, his eyes pleading. Mirella crouches, her heart broken. He will go, everything's fine. He came back on Sunday, but she herself doesn't believe it. Guilherme hands his son to Vittoria. She starts crying, without a sound, only tears falling. Ah, what a drama. Vittoria snorts. Mirella, he hands over his backpack. Everything's there. Even the list, please read it. Okay, go. Good. Vittoria doesn't even look. The car drives off. She looks at you from the back window, tears on her face. Mirella, she cries at the door. Guilherme goes up to the study and closes the door. The weekend begins. Friday evening, Vittoria. He comes to the apartment with you. 2 rooms, old furniture, musty smell. You stay there because Mom is tired. He puts it on, in the smaller room with the TV on, and closes the door. You stand there disoriented. Everything is foreign. The smell, the sounds, missing Mirella. Dinner time. Vittoria heats frozen food in the microwave. There's garlic, onion, and the smell. It's so strong it's annoying. Eat it, the smell is too much. Oh, just eat. I won't do it, special food. He doesn't eat, he just sits there, quiet, hungry. At 10 p.m. he tries to sleep, but the mattress is hard. The pillow smells different. There's a loud TV noise from the living room. He starts fidgeting, slapping his hands on his ears. Too much noise, my head starts banging on the pillow, slowly at first, then louder. Victory, you're absent, Hitat comes in. What's wrong? Stop it. You won't stop, you can't. The crisis, it's coming on strong. I told him to stop. He screams. That high-pitched sound of desperation. Great, now you'll wake up the palace. He tries to hold him back, but he struggles. Vittoria Gasishi pushes him away. He goes back to his room and locks it from the outside. He stays there until you calm down. He spends the night alone crying in the darkness. Vittoria drinks wine in the living room, picks up her cell phone, calls a friend. No, it's really difficult, but it's just a weekend. No, I'll make it. At least it'll be worth it in the end. The friend answers from the other end. Vittoria, he just sighs. It's worth it. Saturday doesn't improve. You're left isolated, really hungry, scared. Sunday morning. She gives him a quick shower, puts any clothes on him, doesn't even comb his hair. Come on, your father. Wait. At 8 p.m., 2 hours late, the doorbell rings. Guilherme opens and feels his stomach turn. Tea completely destroyed. Deep, dark circles, dirty clothes and crumpled. scratches on the arm from how much he was beaten, disheveled hair, smell of sweat and fear. What did it happen to him? Guilherme almost shouts. He had some seizures, can't they be controlled? No, he speaks as if it were nothing. Did you try to calm him down? I tried, it didn't work. It's not my fault. It's not your fault. His voice comes out dangerous. Listen, do you know how difficult it is? Guilherme clenches his jaw. Go away, I'm going. Next week I'm going back. She throws her backpack on the ground and goes out. She simply walks away. Guilherme picks up her son, the child she's shaking. Mirella was in the living room waiting, nervous all weekend. When she sees what state she's in, you run. My God! She sees you and throws herself into his arms, freeing finally the cry he had held back, a strong, desperate cry that breaks any heart. I'm here, my love. I'm here. Mirella hugs him tightly, crying with him. She takes him to the bathroom, takes off his clothes with gentleness, prepare a warm bath, sing softly while washing him slowly with all the love in the world. Guilherme watches from the door and finally the light bulb goes on. Vittoria hasn't never loved that child, not even a little, and perhaps never will. And that woman in her son's arms loves him more than the biological mother will ever be able to. T finally relaxes, closes, his eyes are too tired, and he falls asleep again in her arms. Mirella continues to rock him, tears falling on the child's wet hair. Guilherme feels guilt gripping him tightly. He doubted her. He pushed her away when it was most needed. It was the biggest mistake he could have made. Monday and Tuesday are days very difficult. T doesn't eat anything, she refuses everything. She shakes her head, turns her head away. He doesn't sleep well, regardless of any food they offer him. He wakes up at night drenched in sweat, crying softly. Nightmare with the mother. The seizures return. She hits her hands over her ears, screams, throws herself at turf as it hasn't done for weeks. It calms down only with Mirella. But even so, it takes much longer than before. On Wednesday morning, the pediatrician comes, examines the child carefully, and asks serious questions. Dr. Guilherme is presenting signs of trauma. What happened during the visit? Guilherme tells everything he knows. The doctor shakes her head. Worried. She needs urgent psychological evaluation and can't go through this again. She won't go through it, I guarantee it. You're sure of it? Because if there's another visit scheduled, I'll do everything necessary to prevent it. Wednesday that night, after you finally fall asleep, Guilherme calls Mirella to talk. The living room, just the two of them. Mirella, I have to ask you. Sorry, she's looking at the ground. It's no use, sir. It's necessary, yes. Doubting you it was the dumbest thing I could have done. Her eyes filled with water. She was just protecting you. No, I was afraid. Afraid of what? Heavy silence. The defenses were not. He can't say I'm afraid of feeling what I feel for you. I'm afraid of making mistakes again. How I made mistakes with her. But she wasn't wrong. She's the one who never really wanted to try. Another silence. The two look at each other. I'll fight her. I'll use everything I have, and if it doesn't work, it'll work. It has to work. He's breathing deeply. But I'm going to need your help. Of mine. Did you see how he came back? Did you take care of him? If necessary, you can tell the court about it. Meyerla, he turns pale. I know that testifying is asking a lot. It's not that. It's that I am only the cleaner. Will they believe me? I believe them, and that's what matters. She wipes away a tear. I'd do anything for you. Anything. I know. Thank you. For the first time in a long time, Guilherme touches her hand, just for a second. But Mirella feels the electric current rising up the arm. Thursday morning, very early, the phone rings. Guilherme answers, still half asleep. It's the lawyer. He listens to everything in silence. His face, he's getting more and more tense. He hangs up and goes out into the hallway with clean clothes for you. Mr. Guilherme, did something happen? She looks at him, her voice heavy. Vittoria changed her request. Now she wants total trust. How so total? He's saying that I'm negligent, that I leave unqualified people to take care of him. Mirella feels the world spinning because of me, not because of you. It's his fault. He'll use whatever he can find, but can he do it? Can he take it away from him? Guilherme doesn't answer. Right away, because he doesn't know the answer, and that silence scares them both more than any words. Tuesday morning, Vittoria calls a number she wrote down. Child Social Services. I would like to file a complaint. Please. There is an autistic child being cared for by an unqualified housekeeper in the House of Businessman Guilherme Davila. I believe it's negligence. Can you identify yourself, ma'am? I prefer not to, but you can please check. I'm worried about the baby. He hangs up and smiles. Then he calls. A small office downtown. I need to hire a detective. What kind of investigation? I want photos of a housekeeper and from my ex-husband. Anything that seems compromising. I completely understand. On Thursday afternoon, 2 days after the complaint, 2 social workers from the guardianship services show up at the door. Mirella replies, "My heart is already heavy." Guardianship services, we must speak to the person responsible for the minor. Guilherme comes down quickly. How can I help? We have received a complaint regarding an unqualified employee caring for a child with special needs. The assistants, they interview Mirella in the living room. The tone is formal but not hostile. What's your education, Miss Mirella? High school completed. University? No, madam. Technical course. Specialization in child care? No. And you deal with, did she regularly care for the child? I helped when she needed it. Was she paid for that? No, it was my job. The assistants, they note everything with a neutral expression. They evaluate the house. Impeccable. The room of you. Well organized. Games appropriate for his age and condition. They evaluate the child. You with Sonia on the quiet couch. When the assistant tries to approach him, he is visibly uncomfortable. He has difficulty with people not new, Sonia explains slowly. Other notes. Guilherme presents complete documentation. Medical reports, therapy receipts, progress reports. Mr. Davila, we see that you hire qualified professionals, but this employee took on a role that went beyond her qualifications. She helped my son when no one else could. He could do it. We would understand, but our official recommendation is Ms. Mirella must continue only in her cleaning duties. For the care of the child, she must maintain only certified professionals. Guilherme knows he can't argue. If he refuses now, he loses the case. I'll take care of it. From that point on, one day everything changes. Mirella now has a clear order. She can continue cleaning the house, but she can't play with you. She can bathe him, but she can't help during the seizures. Good morning, afternoon tea. It's torture to hear him crying upstairs and not be able to go up. He cleans while crying. His every move, the scream is like a stab. T doesn't understand. He looks for her, sees her in the living room and goes to her. He pulls her hand. He wants to play like first. Mirella crouches down to her height, tears flowing. I can't now, love, sorry. He leaves her the hand delicately. He doesn't understand you. He stands there in the middle of the room, completely lost. After a while, he takes paper and pencil, he draws it, shows it to Sonia, shows it to his father, then comes back and he shows it to Mirella herself. No one says anything, but everyone understands. He wants her back. Guilherme takes the drawing from the hands of his son, looks at Mirella, looks at the drawing again, feels his chest tighten so much that it hurts to breathe. Afterward, alone in the bathroom, Mirella cries compulsively. I feel ashamed, humiliated, guilty. I shouldn't have gotten so close. I knew it would end badly. But deep down, he knows he couldn't have done otherwise. Not when he saw that child suffering. Sunday morning, another letter arrives, Guilherme. Up, her hands are shaking as she reads. Victoria has received permission for another visit. Next weekend, the will have to go again. When the child feels when he understands what is going to happen, he panics, cries, screams, throws himself at. She falls to the ground, hits her head hard on the carpet. The seizure is violent, frightening. Sonia tries to help, but she can't do it. She stands there paralyzed, watching the child get hurt. Guilherme takes the son. Matti struggles with strength, and for the first time in his life, sounds come out of his mouth. They aren't clear words, but the intention is obvious. No, no. Everyone freezes. Guilherme opens his eyes wide. Mirella, who had run because of the noise, covers her mouth. He's trying to speak. Guilherme whispers, his voice broken. For the first time in 5 years, you continue. No, don't be embarrassed. It's difficult, but it's real communication. The desperation of the child is so big that he is breaking barriers he has never overcome before. It takes almost 2 hours for him to calm down. When he finally sleeps, he is exhausted, sweaty, trembling. Guilherme watches his son sleep and takes a decision. He won't let it happen again. He will do what is necessary, absolutely anything. Monday morning, right after you get back from your first visit, Guilherme picks up the phone, calls a discreet office in the city center. I have to hire a private investigator. What's the case? I want him to follow my ex-wife to the visit with my son in the weekend. I need proof of what happens when she's alone with him. I understand. Photos, videos, everything. Anything that you are guilty of negligence. The investigator is a 60-year-old gentleman, a former police officer, and a professional. I will need details. Address, opening hours, physical characteristics. Guilherme provides everything. As for the payment, the value doesn't matter. I need this proof. Let's start tomorrow. Friday is coming too soon. Vittoria shows up to pick him up. This time, she's more prepared. She's hired an expensive nanny for a few hours. You don't. He doesn't want to go at all. When he realizes he'll have to get in the car, he hides under the table. Guilherme has to crawl under the table to get it. The two crying. Just 2 days, son. Then you come back, I promise. Vittoria picks up the baby impatiently. Come on, hurry up. The car drives off. The detective is already there, following them at a distance. Friday evening. Vittoria arrives at the apartment with you. The nanny is waiting. For 2 hours, everything seems perfect. Vittoria plays with Thison. The nanny helps. They seem like a happy family. But when Vittoria looks out the window and sees no one who watches them, dismisses the nanny. Can you go? Thanks, but I won't need you anymore. Are you sure? Can I stay until Sunday? It's no use. Everything will be fine. The nanny leaves and the nightmare begins. The investigator is stationed in a building across the street. He rented an empty apartment just to get a better angle. Get sharp photos from the window, alone in the room, tablet in hand, chips in womb. On Friday night, Vittoria goes out. The detective follows her to a bar. He photographs her while she's drinking with her friends, laughing loudly, dancing. T stays alone in the apartment, locked up. Saturday. In the morning, Vittoria goes to an expensive store and buys toys, hats, and children's clothes. The detective finds strange but keep following her. She comes back to the apartment, opens everything in front of you. Let's take some photos, love. He forces the child to hold the toys and smile. T, visibly uncomfortable, tries to walk away, but she gets some shots that are at the right angle. They look like happiness. She posts on social media, I love this child more than anything. The comments come in quickly. What love, wonderful family. The detective takes screenshots of absolutely everything. Soon after, Vittoria returns to the shop. He returns everything he bought and gets his money back. On Sunday morning, the investigator obtains the most recent audio. Important. Vittoria is on the apartment balcony, door open, talking on her cell phone. He's in the apartment. Rented with directional equipment it can record. Look, it's not easy, but it's only until I get custody. Then I'll put him in a clinic and that's it. I won't have to see him all the time. The days. The detective records every word. When Sunday evening arrives, he has compromising photos, videos of the apartment, screenshots of social media, and the audio confession. Monday morning, he shows up at the villa and gives Guilherme a USB stick. It's all there. Guilherme puts it on the computer and sees everything. Photo, listen to the audio. The anger rising is so great that it makes him tremble. At that moment, Mirella enters the studio. Mr. Guilherme, you have to see something. He's holding his cell phone. He opens Vittoria's Instagram. Look at these. Photo he posted. But this was Saturday night, and look at the post time, 9 p.m. Guilherme sees posts that pretend happiness with you, and now look at the detective's photos at the same time. You alone in the Vittoria room at the bar. Guilherme reads and rereads. The investigator looks too. This along with what I got. The investigator, he shakes his head. He has no chance. Guilherme looks at all the evidence scattered on the table. He looks at Mirella. He looks, the investigator, and for the first time in weeks feels something similar to the hope. I'm meeting with my lawyer on Tuesday. We'll get everything ready. Look. Outside the window, fists clenched. Vittoria doesn't know what's coming, but she'll find out. Monday morning, 10 days before the hearing, attorney Armando Freitas' office in the city center. Large room, table dark wood, view of the busy avenue. Guilherme arrives with a briefcase full of documents. Investigator Mauro comes with the dhoti. Armando is 60 years old. Gray hair, reading glasses, family lawyer for 30 years, has seen it all. Dr. Guilherme, Mr. Mauro, you can sit down. Guilherme opens the folder on the table. I brought everything we got. The lawyer starts analyzing photos, screenshots, messages, and stops on an image, alone in the room, tablet in hand, while Vittoria is at a bar. This is abandonment during the visit. Yes, she went out for a drink. He left it locked inside the doctor. Armando shakes his head, continues browsing, sees the posts on social media, then the receipt for the toy return. Complete staging, start the audio from the balcony. When it finishes, reviewing everything, he takes off his glasses and massages the bridge of his nose. This is very strong. Is it enough to win? Guilherme leans in. He's strong, yes, but that alone isn't enough. She'll endure depression, treatment, change. We have need more, but what? Did he abandon the child? I know, Guilherme. But the judge needs the context. Complete. Witnesses who talk about your routine, your evolution, your state after the visits. I have the nanny Sonia, the pediatrician, the therapist, the kindergarten teacher. Perfect. 4 solid witnesses. He pauses. And here's the most important piece, Mirella. Exactly, she has. He's seen it all. She took care of him when he came back devastated. He's a key witness. The DOT, Armando, gets serious, but she knows she'll be attacked. She knows it. Attorney Nadia Esteves is aggressive. She'll question everything. Qualifications, motivations, your relationship. Is Mirella prepared? I hope so, because she'll need it. The lawyer closes the folder. We set up some tests. It must be solid. That evening, Guilherme calls Mirella to talk. The two of them sit in the living room after you go to sleep. Are you absolutely sure you want to do this? Yes, it won't be easy, Mirella. Vitoria's lawyer has no mercy. I'll hold on. She'll say you want my money, that we're having an affair. She'll try to humiliate you. Mirella blushes. But we have nothing. I know, you know, but she'll make it seem that there is. Tense silence. Guilherme looks at her. Hair tied back simply, work clothes, hands that know the fatigue and feels the chest tighten like it hadn't happened to him in years. Mirella is about to speak, almost saying she's thinking of her all the time, that he can no longer imagine the house without her, that perhaps that lawyer doesn't have all the wrongs, but he can't. It's not the time yet. Thank you for what you're doing. She looks away. It's for you. I know, but they both know that he's already moved on from just you 3 days later, Thursday evening, a week and a half before the hearing. Guilherme's phone rings. Private number. Hello, Guilherme. Vitoria's voice sounds different, almost gentle. What do you want? I come with a proposal, an agreement. I have nothing to agree with you. Listen before you refuse and I'll give up everything. Custody, visitation. You stay with me. You without bothering me anymore. Guilherme groped my forehead. In exchange for what? 50,000 reais a month? Are you completely crazy? Think about it. You're making almost 2 million a month with those apps. 50,000 is nothing. And I disappear forever. This is extortion. This is a smart solution because let's go to court. It will be terrible for everyone, especially for you. Vitoria hid. Slow down. Are you sure? There are some photos. Interesting. Your delivery girl who goes out there late at night several times. Guilherme's blood runs cold. She also has an investigator. Think about my offer. You have 1 week. Hang up, Guilherme. He stays there looking at his phone. Mirella appears at the door to get some water. Did something happen? Look. He thinks of everything that can go wrong, of the lies that Vitoria can spread, but he decides. Nothing of important. It will be fine because he does not negotiate with someone who abandoned his child, no matter the price. On Sunday, 8 days before the hearing, Guilherme takes you to the park. He needs some fresh air, he needs to distract the child, and if same. To Dondola slowly. He doesn't smile, but he seems calm. Guilherme pushes carefully. Son, next week, let's go somewhere different. There are people who want to get to know you better. He'll look at you, but you don't have to have fear. I'll be there, Mirella too. The child looks forward again. He doesn't understand everything, but he feels his father's concern. That night, Guilherme can barely sleep. He goes over everything he can think of in his head. Happen, hoping that the evidence is enough, hoping that Mirella can handle the pressure. Hoping not to lose this on Tuesday, 6 days before the hearing, Mirella arrives at the DOT office, arming at 2 afternoon, sweaty hands, stomach upset. He welcomes her kindly. Mirella, sit down. Let's prepare for what's coming. She sits on the edge of the chair. You'll be on the witness stand, and my colleague and I will ask you questions about yourself. How do you deal with him? What do you have observed? How was he when he returned from the visit? Right. Then the lawyer the other side will question you, and that's where it gets difficult. I'm prepared. No, you're not yet. He leans over. He'll attack you personally. Salary, education, family, your relationship with Guilherme. Mirella swallows. He will insinuate that you are interested in him romantically, that you are using him to get your way, that you want to palm off a blow. But I don't want any of this, I know. But his job is to make it seem like you want it. The tears, they come up. As I answer calmly and truthfully, breathe deeply, look at her and say what you really feel. They try to almost 2 hours. Dr. Armando asks tough questions of the kind that Dr. Ez will ask to Nadia. At first, Mirella freezes, stammers, cries. I can't take it. Yes. Dry your face. You'll get there in a moment, I promise. After another half hour, it gets a little better, he responds with more firmness. Still nervous, but better. Excellent. You're making progress. She smiles. We'll try again on Thursday. It will become more and more natural. She comes home completely exhausted. That night she tosses and turns in bed, unable to sleep. She thinks about everything they'll say about her, how they'll judge her. Will it really hold up? Thursday, 4 days before, he returns to the studio. Second test this time. It's better, she replies more confidently. She's still shaking, but she holds back the tears. Much better, Mirella, much better, indeed. Armando seems satisfied. Saturday, 2 days before last test, now he answers almost without stammering. He looks straight when he speaks. She's still nervous inside, but she shows it much less. Ready? The lawyer confirms. You'll be fine. Mirella wants to believe it. Monday morning, the day before the hearing. She wakes up at 5, whoa, Nutty almost slept, takes a long shower, arranges his hair in a simple bun, goes to the wardrobe, looks at the work uniform, but he can't wear it to court. He takes the only neatest outfit he has. Black pants, a simple white blouse, nothing fancy but more presentable. She stares in the mirror and looks like a different person. Bigger, more tired. Can you do it? It's said for you. Can you do it? At 8 Guilherme comes to pick her up in the morning. They've decided to go together tomorrow, too. When he gets in the car, he sees fear is printed. Is there still time to back out? There isn't. I promised. If it gets too heavy, I'll go all the way. There's a heavy silence on the street, just the radio on low volume. He'll take it off me. He looks to the side several times. He wants to tell her that he will protect her, that he won't let anyone hurt her. At the traffic light, Red speaks. Mirella, yes, tomorrow you'll need a lot of courage, but I know you have it. She looks at him, her eyes shining. I'm dying of fear. Everyone is afraid. The important thing is not to let it win. They look at each other for a moment. It seems he'll say more. Something big, important, but the traffic light becomes green. Horn sounds in the back. He starts driving again. They arrive at the courthouse to sort out the final details. It's Monday. The hearing is tomorrow. Vittoria passes them in the corridor. Expensive clothes, impeccable makeup, a lawyer outside. She looks at Mirella and smiles. The smile of someone who's already won. Mirella feels her stomach turn, but she raises her chin. Tomorrow is war, and he won't back down. In the last days before the hearing, Guilherme and Mirella spend a lot of time together to prepare everything. They review the deposition, organize the documents, talk about the trial, but the conversations become more personal, more profound. They no longer just talk about the court. Wednesday, 5 days before, Guilherme prepares dinner. Nothing elaborate. Rice, beans, fried steak, a little crooked, but done. You were supposed to cook for me, I know, but you work here all day. It's right to share food. They eat in the kitchen, not in the huge, cold dining room. They talk about childhood, past dreams, and failed plans. You know what? I've always wanted to. Mirella looks at her plate. Studying pedagogy, working with special children. Is there still time? With what money? With what time frame? Can I help pay for college? She's blocking the eyes. I can't accept it. Why not? Because my mother's hospital is already too much. Everything isn't too much. It's an investment in an incredible person. A heavy silence. The two look at each other for too long. Mirella looks away. First, we'll see after court. Okay. Thursday, 3 days before, at dawn. Tea. He wakes up screaming from a nightmare. Guilherme runs into the room, arrives, and finds the child sweating, trembling, with his eyes wide open. From fear. Tay has been feeling tension in the house for days. She doesn't understand what it is, but she knows something's wrong in the air. Nightmare. Son Guilherme takes him, tries to calm him down, but he doesn't stop shaking. She clings tightly to her father, crying softly. It is then that Mirella appears at the door. She has woken up with a noise from her room. Can I help? Guilherme is watching her. She knows the rules, but her son is suffering. Please, Mirella, come in, slowly. I'm going to get some water. He comes back with the glass. He drinks it in small sips. Guilherme tries to put it back. Bed, but the child clings tightly. He doesn't want to let go. Let him sing. Mirella sits on the edge of the bed. Bed starts slowly. T slowly relaxes. Guilherme continues to hold her son. The three of them remain like this. Mirella sings. T breaks between them, and he finally calms down. After 15 minutes, the baby falls asleep. I think Guilherme is going to go now. He lays it out slowly, covers it carefully. They remain there watching him sleep, finally breathing calmly. We seem, Mirella begins and stops. We seem what? He shakes his head. Nothing, nonsense. But Guilherme knows. He was to say that they look like a family, and he thinks the same thing. Saturday, the day before, Donna and Eulalia arrive without warn. Guilherme immediately stiffens. Mom, what a surprise. I came to talk to you. Where is that girl? Mirella is working. She's the one I came to talk about. He sighs. Mom, please, will you really take her to court tomorrow? I'll bring it. The whole city will comment. Everyone will know. Leave it, let them comment. Guilherme is approaching. Don't you notice? This girl is taking advantage of you, using you to get to you. He's doing none of that. Eulalia crosses her arms. So tell me, are you in love with her? A heavy silence. The mother sees the answer on her son's face. My God, are you really? What if you were? Will you marry the cleaning lady? Will you become a joke? Guilherme rises, voice stop. You know what, Mom? It's better to be happy and become a joke than to be unhappy like him. It's always been you. Eulalia pales. How dare you? You've never been truly happy. You've always been. Does other people's opinions matter more than what you feel? I won't be like that. I will be. You'll regret it, maybe. But at least it will be my choice, my life. Eulalia takes her bag and leaves, slamming the door. Mirella saw part of the discussion from the kitchen. When the woman leaves, she steps forward. Sorry for causing a fight with your mother. You didn't cause anything. She's the one who needs to learn to respect me. They look at each other. There's something in the air, heavy, unspoken, but present. Guilherme takes a step toward her. Another step. Mirella, tell you. One thing. His cell phone rings loudly, cutting the moment short. It's the lawyer with final instructions for tomorrow. When he hangs up, Mirella has already gone to her room. The moment has passed, but there will be another moment right after the hearing. When it's all over, he'll say it. He'll say everything he feels. Thursday. 3 days before the hearing, Mirella receives a message. The private number is blocked. It would be wiser not to show up on Tuesday. Don't you want to regret it? She shows it to Guilherme with a shaking hand. Is it her or her lawyer? What do I do? Nothing, she's desperate. But if they try to do something, I won't let them. Nothing happens to you or your mother. Guilherme picks up the phone and makes 3 calls. In 2 hours, he establishes a Certainty private hospital where Donald Lord is. Had to negotiate with the administration, sign forms of responsibility, but he did it. Done. No one gets near her without permission. You shouldn't have spent so much. Of course I had to. He looks her straight in the eye. You're part of my family now. I protect those who are mine, family. Mirella's heart races at those words. Family is already considered family. On Friday, 2 days before, Guilherme also moved Donna Lourdes to a better room. Private, more space, more comfort. He signed a 6-month contract up front, 90,000 reais, which he transferred immediately. He takes Mirella to visit her mother in the new room. Donna Lourdes doesn't believe it. My daughter, what kind of place is this? Guilherme wanted to help Mom. The woman looks at the man standing in the doorway, then at her daughter, and understands everything. He loves me, I see it in his eyes. Mom is my boss and you love him? There's no point in denying it. Mirella doesn't deny it because it's true. But people will talk very badly. They're already talking. Let them talk. Lourdes takes her daughter's hand. Who knows the truth of your heart? Only me and him. So nothing else matters, my daughter. Mirella hugs her mother and cries. She lets go of everything she's been holding back for weeks. Fear. Insecurity. Confusion of feelings, everything. When she goes out, Guilherme waits for her in the corridor. Is your mother okay? She's fine. Thank you for everything. Don't thank me, it's the least you can do. On the way, Mirella looks out the window. What if we lose? He grips the steering wheel. We won't lose. But what if we lose, then I appeal. I will fight to the end. I will do what is necessary. Pause. I will not hand over Meissen to her. And where am I in all this? He looks at her quickly because he's driving. You're always with us, even though you're causing all this trouble. I cause trouble. You don't cause trouble. You saved my family. Her eyes fill with tears again. By the time they reach the villa, it's already night. She's already asleep. Guilherme accompanies Mirella to her room. Rest tomorrow is Saturday. Let's do the final preparations. All right. Good night. He turns to leave. Guilherme. It's the first time she says his name without a sir in front. He stops immediately, turns slowly, and looks at her with a different intensity. Did you call me Guilherme? Yes, he notices. It was without want it. It's not right. He takes a step back toward her. Can you always call me that? They look at each other. The hallway is half dark. Only the dim light of the living room. Guilherme takes another step toward her. She doesn't retreat. Another I'm going to step over. Now so close they're almost touching. Mirella. After the hearing, we have to talk about everything about ourselves. We at what this is? He points between the two. His cell phone rings again, cutting everything off. He ignores it, leaves ring, but it rings again. And again. Answer, it might be important, she whispers. He answers irritably. Hello, it's Vittoria's lawyer again. Last offer, Dr. Guilherme, $40,000 monthly. My client is giving up everything. The answer is no. It was no. It will always be no. Things won't go badly in court for everyone, especially for you. We'll be there on Tuesday at 10:00. He hangs up. When he looks back at Mirella, he's already closed the door to the room. A moment wasted again. But on Tuesday, right after the victory, they'll have that conversation. He'll tell everything. It doesn't matter what people think anymore. Others, nothing matters anymore. Monday morning, the day before the hearing. Guilherme wakes up early and reviews everything for the 1,000th time. Documents, evidence, list, witnesses, strategy. Everything's ready. Mirella wakes up too, nervous but determined. They have breakfast together. Yuhi senses the tension and clings to them more than usual. Tomorrow will be an important day, his son explains Guilherme calmly, but then it ends and we return to normal life. Tay doesn't understand everything, but he trusts his father. At 10 p.m., Guilherme and Mirella, they say goodbye to sleep. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, Mirella. Hey, we will win, I promise you. She smiles tiredly. I believe in you. They go to their rooms, but neither of them sleeps. They stay awake thinking about the next day, about what might go well, about what might going badly, and what comes next. Tuesday, 10 a.m., Courthouse Central. Mirella and Guilherme enter together. He in a dark suit, she with simple but dignified clothes, black trousers, white blouse. The corridor is crowded, people coming and going, lawyers with folders, nervous families waiting. Mirella feels her legs go weak. Breathe. Guilherme speaks softly. It'll be fine. They turn the corridor and see them. Vittoria is leaning against the wall, talking to the lawyer. She's wearing an expensive dress. Her hair is straight and her makeup is perfect as always. When he sees the two, he smiles. That smile that doesn't reach his eyes. Guilherme, Mirella, how nice to see you. Vittoria, Guilherme replies dryly. There's still time to accept my deal, you know. Avoid all this embarrassment. The answer is always no. She shrugs. So let's do it the hard way. She looks down at Mirella. Low. Good luck in there, dear. You'll need it. His lawyer, Dautis, she approaches. A woman in her 40s. Gray tiger, leather briefcase. Dr. Armando greets Guilherme's lawyer with a cold nod. Dr. Tessessa Nadia. Everyone enters the courtroom. It's smaller than Mirella imagined. It's not the huge courtroom from a movie. It's a room with chairs, a table for the judge, and wooden benches on the sides. The judge is already there. Doctor knows Elena Pacheco, woman about 55, short hair, glasses, expression serious but not harsh. Good morning, everyone. Can you sit down? Guilherme sits down on one side with her lawyer. Mirella remains on the bench behind them, waiting her turn. Vittoria sits in the other side with the DOT. Poncessa Nadia. This is a recurring assignment procedure. Mrs. Vittoria Davila requests full custody of the minor T.D. Davila. 5 years. The judge reads from the paper. Respondent. Mr. Guilherme Davila objects. Let's begin. Dr. Poncessa Nadia stands. Your Honor, I'd like to open. Please speak. My client. She is a loving mother who was separated from her son due to a serious illness, post-traumatic stress disorder, and post-traumatic stress disorder. Partisi unable to take care of the child in the early years. Vittoria has a handkerchief in hand, eyes shining, pure theater. He sought treatment, underwent therapy for 2 years. Today she's completely recovered and wants to exercise her right to be a mother. A dramatic pause. Meanwhile, her father leaves the child in the care of unqualified people, domestic workers, who are not trained to treat with a special child. This is negligence, Your Honor, Morella points out, without looking at her directly. The defense will try to paint my client as a villain, but the truth is simple. She is a mother who got sick, got treatment, and now wants her son back. The doctor sits down. Armando stands up. Yours truly, Your Honor, I will be direct. The appellant abandoned her son at the age of 3 when he was diagnosed with autism. He didn't visit him. He didn't call. He didn't even send a birthday present for 2 years. Vittoria's expression changes. The smile disappears, but she check. Now, when her father closes a $1 million deal that's all over the magazines, she comes back. Coincidence? No. Financial interest? Yes. Opens the folder. We have evidence of negligence during visits. We have compromising audio. We have witnesses who will show that this woman is not. He wants his son. He wants the child support. He sits down and the judge writes down a few things. We'll hear the witnesses. The defense can call the first one. Her name is Mrs. Sonia Rodriguez Nunes. Enter Sonia, nanny. Tea drinkers for 2 years, 50-year-old woman, serious, honest, places her hand on the Bible, swears to tell the truth. The Armando asks, how long have you been working at Mr. Guilherme's house? 2 years. And did Mrs. Vittoria visit the child during this period? She didn't even call once. How is it? Is the child's development improving? Fewer crises, calmer, especially since Mirella started working? There. Who is Mirella? She's a cleaning lady, but she has a special way with you. He responds to her like no one else. Best Nadia gets up. This Mirella has a background in pedagogy, psychology? No. Then why do you take care of autistic child? Because he knows how to handle it. He had an autistic brother, he knows how to handle it, but he doesn't have a high school diploma. A diploma doesn't teach love, doctor. Some people in the room agreed quietly. The judge tapped lightly, the gavel. Silence, please. Sonia exits, the pediatrician enters, then the therapist. They all say the same thing. He feels better, he's making progress, he's responding well, and they all mention Mirella. Vittoria's nervous inside, but she keeps her mask on. She touches her hair, crosses her hair, and he uncrosses his legs, but he doesn't explode yet. The judge looks at the list. The next witness is Miss Mirella Santos. Mirella's heart stops. It's time she gets up. Her legs feel weak, but she walks up to the pew and places her hand on the Bible. I swear to tell the truth. She sits down. Guilherme looks at her. He tries to give her strength just with a look. Dr. Armando smiles kindly. Mirella, from how long have you been working for Mr. Guilherme? 2 months. And what is your job, cleaning lady? But do you take care of yourself? I help when he needs it. And how was the first contact with him? Mirella takes a deep breath. Remember the evidence, speak calmly. He was having a fit, banging his head against the wall. I heard the scream and went to see. I sang to him, he calmed down. Why did you sing? Because I did it for me, brother. He also had autism. And did it work? It worked. From then you trust me. Dr. Armando takes some papers. Can you describe what was your state when he returned from the first visit with his mother? Mirella looks at Vittoria, then returns to the lawyer. It was destroyed. Dirty clothes, messy hair, scratches on his arm from how much he had beaten himself, deep dark circles under his eyes, and the worse. His eyes were empty. Empty how? As if he had given up. He didn't. Crying, when he arrived, he remained there still, lost. Some people in the courtroom murmured indignantly. The judge clapped the gavel. Order. Thank you, Mirella. Dr. Armando sits down, and then the Dr. Nadia stands up. Mirella feels her stomach flip. The time has come for the attack. Dr. Tessa Nadia walks. He slowly walks up to Mirella. He looks her up and down. Miss Mirella Santos, correct? Yes, madam. What is your education level? High school completed. University? No. Madam. Technical course. Specialization in childcare? No. So the miss has no qualifications to care for a child with special needs. Correct? Mirella breathes fund. I have experience. I took care of my brother for 5 years. The experience, it's not a qualification. Cut Nadia's DOT. Cess. But let's move on. How much does the young lady earn a month? 1,800, he repeats, as if it were absurd. And how much does her mother's treatment cost? Mirella hesitates. 15,000 a month. 15,000. Interesting. He turns toward the courthouse. A woman from the A cleaner who earns 1,800 can pay 15,000 for the hospital. Like the Mr. Gilmy. Did you help my family? Did you help? How generous. Your tone is sarcastic. And why would you do that? Because he's a good person? Or because the young lady offered something in exchange? Objection. The DOT rises. Armando, baseless insinuation, accepted. The judge looks at Nadia. Be careful, doctor, but Nadia doesn't stop. Miss is having an intimate relationship with Mr. Guilherme. Are you not sure? Because I have photos of the young lady leaving the house, her at 6 Sao in the morning several times. Show the photos. Mirella leaving the villa late at night. She called me when you had seizures at night. I went to help. How convenient. Seizures at night? How many times has it happened? Until I have 5 or 6 nights at the millionaire owner's house, and the young lady wants that we believe she has no romantic or financial interest in him. Mirella feels tears welling up, but holds back. I went because the child needed it, or because the young lady wanted to make a splash and secure a comfortable life for herself. Objection? This is absurd. Armando banged on the table. Your Honor, I'm just showing that this witness has a vested interest in the situation. She's not neutral. Nadia returns to Mirella. Miss does not find it convenient that a poor cleaning lady is suddenly taking care of a millionaire's son, that he pays for a very expensive hospital for his mother, that the young lady spends her nights at his house. I don't spend the nights. I only went when he needed you, near you or near his father. Mirella explodes. She can't take it anymore. I love that child. Tui take care of him because he needs it, because no one else could do it, because when I arrived, he was suffering from alone. I don't want Guilherme's money. I don't want to marry him. I just want you. Don't be abandoned again. Silence in the room. Mirella is crying now. Real tears, real anger. Her mother. He left when he needed it most, and now he's coming back only because he saw that he has value. Financial value, not because she loves him, because she wants money. Vittoria grips the armrests of the chair tightly. She wants to scream, but the lawyer, he touches her arm. No, now bear it. Nadia is trying to resume. Your Honor, this. The witness is clearly biased, but the judge raises her hand. I've heard enough already. Next question, or, excuse me, the witness. Nadia realizes she's lost control of the situation. No further questions. Mirella gets off The bench trembles. She returns to her seat. Guilherme looks at her. His eyes say it all. Pride, gratitude, and something more. The judge looks at the papers. We'll take a 15-minute break, then we'll continue with the physical evidence. Everyone gets up. Mirella runs out of the classroom, goes to the bathroom, closes the door, and cries bitterly. Not from sadness, but from relief, anger, everything she's been holding in. Guilherme knocks on the door. Mirella, I'm fine. I just need a minute. You were incredible, didn't you? Yes, you told the truth. That matters. She washes her face, takes a deep breath, opens the door. He's there, and without thinking, without planning, he embraces her. It's quick, just a few seconds, but she feels his strength, his protection. Thank you for being here. Speak softly. I'll always be here. They return to the classroom. Part 2 is about to begin, and now comes the evidence that will change everything. Everyone returns to their seats. The judge bangs her gavel. The defense can present the material evidence. Dr. Armando stands. Your Honor, I would like to present documents that show the appellant's true behavior. Vittoria is tense but keeps her face straight. Checked. First, photos taken during the court-authorized visit. Connect the laptop to the projector. The first photo appears on the screen. You alone in the room, tablet in hand, lost look. This was taken on a Saturday night at 9:01 p.m. The child was alone in the apartment. Next photo. Vittoria at a bar, glass in hand, laughing with her friends. Same night, same time. The mother was having fun while her 5-year-old son was locked up alone. He muttered in the classroom. Objection! This is an invasion of privacy! Doctor, Nadia shouts. Photo taken in a public place does not constitute an invasion. Your Honor responds calmly, Dr. Armando. Objection rejected. Continue taking more photos. Vittoria, who buys toys, takes fake photos. With you, making everything the next day. The appellant staged the happiness to post on social media, then everything returned. The receipt follows. Show it. Vittoria paid 300 reais in toys. He returned them the next day and got his money back. The judge looks on disapprovingly. Now, Your Honor, I'm going to present an important audio. Turn on the audio. Vittoria's voice comes out clearly. Look, it's not easy, but it's just until I get custody. My friend's voice, and then I'll put him in a clinic. I won't have to see him all the time. Days. A heavy silence in the courtroom. Vittoria turns pale, her hands shake, but she doesn't scream. Not yet. The judge. He takes off his glasses. Has this audio been verified? Technical expertise confirmed, Your Honor. Here is the report. Delivery. The judge reads carefully. Dr. Ponte Sasana dietary to recover. Your Honor, my client was venting during a difficult time. Does not mean that would have done. There is another important witness, Your Honor, continues the dotee, Armando. I would like to call the child psychologist, Dr. Camilla Moraes. A 40-year-old woman enters, formal dress, briefcase under the arm. He swears to tell the truth. Could be Camilla. She evaluated the minor Ted Davila? Yes, 3 times. Twice after visits with his mother and once at home with his father. And what is his conclusion? The child showed signs of post-traumatic stress after the visits, loss of appetite, insomnia, behavioral regression, and at home with the father and with the caregiver, Mirella. The child is developing positively, with fewer seizures and more interaction. Thank you, Doctor. Guilherme, breathe deeply. Look, the lawyer. Now comes the risky part, Your Honor. I know it's unusual, but I'd like it to be brought up. The child. The judge frowns. The child is 5 years old and autistic. He cannot testify. I'll testify. I just want your lordship to observe his reaction. It's risky, I know. It could have a fit here, but autistic children don't lie with their bodies. Guilherme. He hesitates, looks at Mirella. They must be doing the right thing. SS Nadia stands up. This is emotional manipulation. The judge thinks for a long time. The child will enter accompanied by the psychologist. The first sign of a crisis will be brought to light immediately. Understood. A tense 5-minute period. The door opens. Dr. Camilla enters holding your hand. The child has comfortable clothes, headphones hanging from his neck. He looks around, clearly uncomfortable. Strange place, too many people. Victory. She gets up. You, my love. It's me. The child looks at her and steps back. He hides behind the psychologist, hands on his ears. You, love, come here. Vittoria takes a step. He shakes his head. No, difficult but clear sounds. Then he sees Mirella. His eyes change completely. He lets go of her hand, psychologist, go straight to her. Mirella bends down, opens her arms, throws herself on her, hugs her tightly. She tells me the word comes out wrong, but everyone hears it. Mirella cries and hugs him back. The scene says it all. Everything. The judge sees. Everyone sees. Thank you, learned Camilla. She can carry the baby. You don't want to leave Mirella, she whispers. I'll be right back, I promise. He looks her in the eyes, trusts her, lets go, and goes to the psychologist. But before leaving, he looks at Vittoria one last time and looks over his shoulder. The judge bangs her gavel. We'll do it. A 30-minute break? Then I'll come back with the decision. Corridor. Mirella and Guilherme in a corner. What now? She asks. Now we wait, and if things go badly, we won't. It's gonna go. Did you see? Everyone saw it. 30 minutes seems like 3 hours. Finally, the officer calls. You may enter. Everyone returns. The judge enters. Closed expression. He sits down, arranges the papers. Tense silence. After having analyzed the evidence, expert reports, and depositions, the facts are clear. Vittoria tightens her grip. Table. The applicant abandoned her minor son when he was 3 years old, immediately after her autism diagnosis. She had no contact for 2 years. She only returned after her father closed a multi-million-dollar contract leaked to the media. Vittoria lowers her head. During authorized visits, the child he was negligent and suffered injuries proven by medical expertise. It was proven that the motivation was financial institution with the stated intention of institutionalizing the child. The judge looks straight at Vittoria. Therefore, I reject the request for custody. Vittoria makes a choking sound. I also suspend all visits until the appellant fails to demonstrate psychological treatment for at least 2 years. The appellant will bear the legal costs and defense fees totaling $43,000 from. The gavel bangs, case closed. Victory explodes. He stands up shouting, "This is injustice!" You are they were bought. That woman stole my son. She will pay. Silence. The judge stands up, but Vittoria doesn't stop. You'll pay for this, Guilherme. And you too, opportunist. 2 guards enter, grab her by the arms. Arms! Let go of me! She's thrashing completely out of control. They carry her out screaming. When the door opens, it closes, silence. Guilherme remains still. Mirella doesn't believe either. The two of them, they look. They won. Guilherme hugs her tightly. We did it. We did it. We did it. They're leaving the courthouse. The sun is strong outside. He's waiting for you with Sonia. When he sees the two, Paimie runs. Guilherme catches him. Mirella hugs them both. It's over, love. It's over. In the car on the way back. T is sleeping in the back seat. What now? Mirella asks. Now let's get back to life. We need to talk, I know. Tonight. The rest is waiting silence. In the months to come, life finds a new rhythm. It improves little by little. It's not a magical transformation. It's slow, gradually. 3 months later, the court pronounces isolated words more frequently. Water hungry? I'm sorry. 6 months later, try short sentences. I want to play. Stay. He has still many difficulties. He still has crises. But he is progressing. Guilherme officially confirms Mirella as a caregiver for you. Salary of $5,000, regular contract. Sonia also continues to work, but now as a housekeeper. She is become part of the extended family. The two take care of you together. Mirella's mother comes discharged from the hospital, cancer in remission. Goes to live with her daughter in the villa for a while, until he is completely recovered. Guilherme and Mirella are keeping things discreet. Nothing official yet, little by little, but everyone they notice. 4 months after the court, one Saturday evening, Guilherme prepares a dinner. Nothing elaborate, rice, steak, salad, but with care. After you sleep, they sit in the garden. Mirella, can I ask you something? Sure. Are you happy here? Very much. Why? Because I am. The first time in years that I'm truly happy. He breathes deeply. I know it's early, but I'm sure of one thing. What? That you are the right person for me, for you, for this family. Her heart races. Mirella Santos, will you marry me? She gasps. He takes out a small box. A ring, simple, beautiful, Guilherme. It's very early for me. I know. But once you know, you know. Tears are flowing. People will talk. Your mother will probably have a stroke. I know, and I need to think about it. It's a big decision. Guilherme nods. Of course, think slowly. In the following days, Mirella talks to her mother. He asked me to marry him. Donald Lords, he smiles. And you? I'm afraid of what they'll say? That I'm not good enough. Do you love him? I love. And does he love you? I think so. Then the rest doesn't matter, daughter. A week later, Mirella gives the answer. Yes, I accept. Guilherme. She smiles hugely. He puts the ring on her and kisses her. The next day, they tell you, she will be your real mother forever. She thinks about you. Then he smiles. He never hugs her. And there in that simple embrace, the family really fit. 3 months later, a small wedding in the garden, tea time in the Chiampa, everyone laughs. Donate lords in the front row crying. Sonia and even Eulalia show up. It took months to talk to her son again, but when she saw that he was serious, that Mirella made him happy, Guilherme accepted slowly, still stiff, but present. Simple votes, kiss, happiness, party with churrasco, music, dancing, and life goes on. A year and a half after the wedding, Elena was born, a little girl with curly hair and a free laugh. She adores her sister, yes. He takes care of her in his own way. Manakiado, manaven. Mirella has started online pedagogy. She is slowly balancing family and study. Guilherme works less, stays home more. Life isn't perfect. He still has crises. He still has... There are difficulties, but there's love, there's security, there's family, and there's victory. A few months after the wedding, she appears at the gate. Thin, simple clothes, dark circles under her eyes. I just wanted to see him once. No, Guilherme is still. Please. He appears to you. At the window, he sees her, he doesn't recognize her, he turns her back, he goes to play. Vittoria understands she has lost everything. She's going out on her own, living off odd jobs now. Small apartment, no friends, no money, no anything. Greed destroyed everything. 3.5 years after the wedding, the house is full of life. T, 9 years old, still says things with difficulties, but he tells her he goes to a special school and his friends have improved a lot. Elena is 3 years old. She laughs loudly, her brother protector always nearby. Sunday morning family breakfast in the garden. Guilherme makes pancakes again. He burns some. Mirella helps, laughing at him. He proudly sets the table for you. Woman Lords comes with a cake every week. Eulalia shows up too. Now she's the grandmother present. It took a while, but she really accepted. Even Sonia comes on Sundays. She's become part of the family. They all sit together. She does the blessing. Thank you for the Cid. Thank you for the family. Amen. Everyone eats. Mirella has finished pedagogy. Now he works part-time at a special needs school. He's doing what he's always dreamed of. Guilherme has reduced his workload. Family comes first, and they're happy. Not that perfect fairy tale happiness, but real happiness with challenges, with days no, with tea cravings, with tiredness, but also with laughter, hugs, true love. At night in your room, Mirella sings to make him sleep. The same first-day song Guilherme watches from the door. I never thought I'd be this happy, he whispers. You deserve it, every second of this. You almost asleep. I love you. We love you too, our love. Close up on the family formed by choice, by love, by struggle. And there's no bond stronger than this. Did you like this story? Do you think Vittoria got what she deserved? Do you think Mirella did the right thing by fighting for you even when she came? Humiliated? Tell me in the comments. See you next time.